What is one myth you wish people would let go of when it comes to healthy eating or healthy eating?
Healthy food is nasty. Vegan food is nasty. Veganism is for white people. Being health conscious, reading those labels. What are the ingredients? Can you pronounce the ingredients? Because if you got to look it up, you probably shouldn't be eating it.
Probably. So we're going to do a Fonio Parfait with a cherry ginger compote. Oh, it already smells great.
Yeah.
I just love ginger.
I love ginger too. All right.
Cheers. Cheers. Welcome to the Informed Choice Podcast, where natural healing meets practical truth. I'm Eni, the Naija Goddess, and this is where we simplify holistic healing, where you can stop guessing and start healing. So let's dive in. On today's podcast, we have the beautiful Bessie Barnes, founder and owner of Coco's Cookies. How are you doing today, Bessie?
I'm amazing. Thank you so much for having me.
So glad that you are here with us today. So what has inspired you to start Coco's Cookies?
Honestly, I'm a huge fan of this podcast called Earn Your Leisure.
Yes, absolutely.
And just trying to find a side hustle. And I remember, I think, his name was Aristotle Investments. He was on Instagram talking about, like, if you bake vegan desserts, you can use that money to, like, fund your brokerage account. And I was like, I make vegan desserts. So I just started baking, and it just grew into this business. Like, I started just taking them to work at first, and people just kept asking me, like, do you sell these? Do you sell these? And I was just like, no, I don't. I don't.
You left money on the table.
Yeah. So I was like, well, let me just see. And it just so happened, I feel like everything just aligned so perfectly. I had a friend back home. I'm from Durham originally, and he has a nonprofit organization. He was having an event in Durham.
Okay.
And I just hit him. I think I posted the cookies on my timeline on Instagram.
Okay.
And, just saying, stay tuned, whatever. So
More to come.
Right. More to come. More to come. So I think he commented on my cookies, and I asked him, when is your next event? This was on a Tuesday. And he's like, Saturday. He's like, you should pull up. And I was like, okay, bet. And literally, that was the first event that I did, and we've just been going ever since.
What year was that?
That was April 2023.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So have you always loved to bake?
No.
You kind of grew into it, or?
I kind of grew into it. When you're vegan or plant-based, you got to learn how to do everything.
From scratch.
Yes, from scratch. From scratch. So that's what it was. I started my plant-based journey probably about 10 years ago.
Okay.
And, my family, they do me so dirty, girl. All the cookouts and Thanksgiving and things.
Wait, sucks for you.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll never try to have no alternative for me. I'm just like, can you delete the ham house out of the greens? They're like, why would we do that? I'm like, y'all know I'm coming. So I come with my whole lunchbox to the holidays. And then I brought some cookies one year, and they was just like, Coco, this is good. I'm like, well, thank you. They was like, you should try to sell these. And I just didn't, but now we're here.
Now we're here.
Now
So
we're here.
what sparked your wellness journey, your plant-based journey? What sparked it?
I owe it all to my daughter. I had my daughter, I was about 20 in college. And I just remember thinking, like, this little human that I'm responsible of, like, I have to make sure she doesn't eat junk. So I have to change what I eat. So it started with me just eating cleaner, just baked foods, and, making sure I get a veggie in,
The basics.
Yes, the basics.
The essentials.
It's the essentials. And I think I watched What the Health. And that kickstarted, and I think my church did a Daniel fast.
The classic Daniel
The church
fast.
house, girl, they got to do the Daniel fast. They got to do the Daniel fast.
The real one or the modified, they can still eat meat?
I think we did the real one.
Okay.
We did the real one. Because what happened after the fast, I ended up going to a cookout, and I had a bratwurst, and girl, I threw up. So I was like, dang, I guess I can't eat meat no more. So that's how it started. I just, couldn't really eat meat anymore. So I just kept it going. And now my daughter.
Did you cut meat out and dairy and eggs at the same time, or did you gradually fade those other ones
I did
out?
transition.
Okay.
Yeah, I did transition. I think I started with, like, beef and pork first.
Okay.
And then chicken and fish. And I think I started back eating chicken. And then
A chicken.
just got you in a chokehold. So then, and cheese wasn't really hard for me to let go. I was never really a cheese person, but yeah, chicken.
Chicken.
Buffalo wings.
Buffalo
To be precise.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, how do you define sweet healing, and what does that phrase mean to you?
Oh, sweet healing. To me, it means Oh man, it's just like fun.
It does sound fun.
Yeah, it's so much fun. And man, okay. I guess health conscious fun or holistic fun. Just being cognizant of what
Without
you're putting
being
in your body.
stuffy.
Right. Yeah. You're not getting itis
Right.
after, you don't have this sugar high, you know, not no headaches, the negative impacts that you have when you're eating processed sugar.
Right.
Mhm.
All those crazy things.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel guilt around dessert. So what is your response to that?
My response is you should. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, just kidding. My response to that would be you should try Coco's cookies.
Definitely.
You should definitely try my cookies because we definitely use the organic cane sugar, so it's free of pesticides, herbicides, GMOs, and all the flavors are so unique.
Very unique.
We have a couple classics too, so it's fun for everybody. It's a cookie for everybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So they shouldn't necessarily feel guilty around dessert. It's about being conscious about the decisions they make with
Exactly.
the choices they make, right? Making sure
Right.
it's clean ingredients and that it's
Mhm.
balanced still, that can be
Exactly.
added to still support health, not to tear down your health.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That makes sense. But how do you strike a balance between indulgence and intention in your products?
So I always start with as far as the ingredients, what are the health benefits? So when I started to go vegan, I would eat for like how I wanted to look or feel.
Okay.
So at first I was like,
With
oh
the end in mind.
yes. I
Okay.
was like, okay, so I want my stomach flat. So what can I eat?
Your stomach was already flat.
It wasn't as flat as I wanted it to be. So I'm like,
Okay.
okay, what can I eat?
Okay.
So then I read blueberries help with
Hmm.
stomach fat. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna eat blueberries. And then I'm like, okay, so how can I make it fun? Like I love being super creative. So the blueberry cardamom cookie came from me eating a blueberry cardamom oatmeal.
I love that combination.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, how would this taste in a cookie? And it's literally my bestseller.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
That's like my favorite one. Well, strawberry basil tea.
Yeah, that one is
Yeah,
good.
it's very good. Okay, so that's fantastic. So there's much fear around sugar in the wellness world. So how do you think dessert fits into a holistic, healthy lifestyle, or if you think it does?
Yeah, it definitely does. As we said earlier, just being healthy, being health conscious, reading those labels. What are the ingredients? Can you pronounce the ingredients? Because if you got to look it up, you probably shouldn't be eating it.
Probably should.
So just making sure there are ingredients that you can pronounce that are familiar and preferably organic if you can.
Definitely organic.
Yeah.
No glyphosate over here, no Roundup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not doing that.
Period.
Yeah, period. I'm that I have a whole rant about
Mhm.
how important it is because some people think it's not important, and it really truly is because
Right.
it's not something you can just wash off. It's literally in the food
Yeah.
because it's in the soil and it's
Mhm.
sprayed and it gets into the soil. So you have to think about that. So wherever you're washing off, that's just a fraction. It's in the food,
Right.
and that
You
the
can't get away
DNA
from it.
damage. There's so much damage to the human body. So
Mhm.
that's why it's not allowed in most other
In
industrial
other countries,
countries.
right?
Right.
Mhm.
Well, how has your view on food or health changed since you launched your business?
Wow. So normally I try to eat like everything organic. And that's how I started the cookie company because all the ingredients are organic. And I think it's just a constant reminder to just like have fun while
Mm,
still caring for your body and loving
staying
your body.
grounded. I
For
love
sure.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Thank
love that.
you.
Yes. Well, what's the biggest lesson as a health conscious foodpreneur?
The biggest lesson is trust.
Mm,
Your customers have to trust that you're not doing nothing crazy. We don't play about our food.
no,
So, they gotta trust that we're not doing nothing crazy and, just the integrity of my processes and, anybody that works for me, making sure everybody knows, this is the standard, and this is what I'm
we're not
saying?
playing.
We're not playing. We're not playing, so I think that's the main thing, making sure.
I just love how you emphasize the word integrity. We don't hear that enough,
Mhm.
especially when it comes to our food choices and
Yeah.
food preparation. Integrity is key.
Yes.
So the fact that it's front and center in your mission and your philosophy is why your brand is accelerating the way it is. Like it's so you can feel the love, you can feel the intention, and because you have integrity. So that's super important.
Thank
And
you.
that's something that more businesses should strive for instead of just the bottom line. Like we need the bottom line,
Yeah,
but you can do it with integrity.
for sure.
Yeah, I definitely believe that. Um, how have you stayed grounded in your mission and how are you scaling this?
Mhm.
What's your plans for that if you
For
have any?
scaling.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about exactly how I wanna scale because everybody asks me, "Are you gonna have to do a brick and mortar?" And I'm just like, I don't know if I don't know if I wanna do a brick and mortar, and I thought about maybe doing something a little bit more mobile.
Mhm.
So I'm not quite sure how I wanna scale.
Just under development.
Yeah, so
Under
it's under
development.
development
So
for
more to
sure.
come.
More to come. More to
I
come.
like that. That means you have so many directions you can go so that you
Yeah.
have the time to take to see what's gonna be best for you and your lifestyle
Right.
and still meet the needs of the people.
Exactly. Because the thing with scalability, it's great to be a large conglomerate, but I don't want my integrity to suffer in regards to, how the products are made
Right.
and the ingredients that we use. So, because sometimes when you get too big, that can impact
It changes
the
things.
product. Right, for
Well,
sure.
it can change
can.
things. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to change things.
Mhm.
Well, where do you find your inspiration for all the cookie flavors and give some example cookie flavors that you have in your product line?
Yes. So my inspiration, always what's in season. So we're a seasonal
Mm,
baker.
I love that.
Yes, and that's one of the lessons that I try to instill, just spreading the knowledge of healthy eating, eating what's in season. Because 'cause I'm at the farmer's market almost every weekend, get my produce and things. So whatever's in season, right now, the spiced strawberry basil cookie is in season. That's my newest one. That is definitely, like, the crowd favorite. So strawberry and basil is, like, the familiar combination.
Yeah.
And when I was doing the trial runs for the cookie, I was like, "Okay, should I do strawberry basil, strawberry mint, strawberry rosemary?"
All those sound good.
They were all good. They were all good. They were all good. So I was like, "Well, I guess strawberry basil is more, familiar, so we'll go with that." But that one has been a hit. And then I have because cherry season is
Yes.
here too, so I
Yeah.
have a double chocolate cherry cookie, and that one is so good, so that will be coming soon.
Okay, so I didn't get to try that one.
Yeah, it's
So
coming soon, coming
okay,
soon.
coming soon. I like that. Okay, so if Coco's cookies were to a message to the world, what would that message be?
Mm, the message would be, and indulge consciously.
Ooh, that's a t-shirt.
Right? And that was because my tagline is like, "Not what you're expecting, but definitely what you deserve." Yeah,
So fitting.
because
Yeah.
a lot of people say that when they try it, it's like, "I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this, but I like it." It's good.
Something is fresh. It
Yeah.
stands out. You stand on the mark. You're not just the average chocolate chip
Mhm.
cookie baker just doing it without the egg and the milk. You're doing
Right.
it consciously. So
Yeah.
what kind of ingredients do you have? Like some other flavors you have? And I heard you say organic cane sugar. We're
Mhm.
using in season ingredients in terms of the
Yes.
fruit and the
Mhm.
herbs and whatnot. What other things come to mind
Yeah.
when you're making your delicious treats?
Yes, yes, yes. So, lavender, of course, is very calming. So we have a sugar lavender cookie, and that one is definitely one of the best sellers for sure. Matcha, everybody loves that for the summer, so we have a sugar matcha cookie. Some people hate it. Some people hate matcha.
Really?
They
Just what's there to hate?
Some people's like, "Oh, it tastes like grass." I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess it's just
Mm,
not for you."
okay.
That's okay too. And then we also have, let me see, the blueberry cardamom oatmeal raisin.
Okay.
So the oatmeal raisin, that one has blackstrap molasses in it,
Yeah.
which is
Okay.
really high in iron. And we use a different kind of raisin. We use a Thompson raisin opposed to like the California raisins.
Those are hard to
Um,
find organic.
yeah, they are. They are
Especially in bulk.
for sure. Yeah. So the oatmeal, and then we use the gluten-free sprouted oats.
Sprouted.
Yes. Instead of just
Now we're
regular oats.
talking.
Yes. Yeah. So that cookie right there. And then we use Vietnamese cinnamon.
Okay, so you're
Mhm.
not using cassia cinnamon, which we're
Right.
gonna talk
We're
about
not.
today.
We're not using that. And of course, everything organic. But the oatmeal raisin cookie, something about that one is just,
That's your personal favorite right
man,
now?
it might be.
Okay.
It might be. That's like my go-to, tried and true.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's also flaxseed in there, which is also good for your omega-3s. So, and what else? Of course, we do have the chocolate chip cookie for those who like chocolate chip, but we use dark chocolate, which is high in antioxidants. So,
Mhm.
let me see. I don't know what's other food. We have a ginger cookie in the fall.
Okay.
Yeah, sugar
Yeah.
gingers in the
Sugar
fall.
ginger, okay.
There's a fresh ginger, brown ginger, and candy ginger in that one.
That's nice and potent.
Yeah,
I
and
like that.
molasses. That one is so good.
I
That
can't
one
wait
is
to
so
try that
good.
one.
Yeah,
I
everybody's like,
love
"You should sell
ginger.
this all year." And I'm like, I could.
It's
It
more of a fall,
it
winter.
is. And then I asked, there's a farmer that I go to usually at the Shaw Regional Farmers Market, and I asked him like, "Yeah, is ginger year round?" He's like, "No, it's like fall." I was like, "Okay, we'll just keep it in the fall though.
That's
We'll
my
keep it in
favorite
the fall."
farmer's market too. I
Yeah.
actually did a video like how to shop at a farmer's market and why it's
Mhm.
so important to know your farmers, go to their
Yeah.
farm,
Mhm.
know where your products are being grown and actually know
Yeah.
what season things are actually in. Not that
Mhm.
we live in this world where you go to the grocery store, there's no season.
Yeah. You can get everything all time of the year. And
Yeah.
it's like, you have to question that though. Like,
Yeah.
how is that even a
If you
thing?
pick it early, then ship it all over the world.
Mhm.
So you have to be intentional if you decide to do it. That's why
Yeah.
once something's out of season, I'll rather get it frozen
Yes,
than
for sure.
the
Yeah, I
yeah.
do the same thing.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Okay. So what role does joy play in your approach to food? Because
Me.
you have this beautiful smile, and every time I've
Yeah.
ever seen you, you just look so full of joy, and you're doing a surge to the community. So what is it for you? What is fueling that?
Thank you. That's a great question. And I feel like I didn't realize that. But I feel like it's at the center of everything because I want to have fun when I'm making the cookies and creating these flavors and just playing around with everything. So it's literally at the center of the creative process for sure.
It comes through.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And for our final question before we transition to our little cooking segment,
Mhm.
what is one myth you wish people would let go of when it comes to healthy eating or healthy eating?
It's so many of them.
Okay, well, you can go through them.
Healthy food is nasty. Vegan food is nasty. Veganism is for white people. What else? Those are the main things.
And they came from us
Those are the
originally.
main things.
Pre-colonization and
Yeah.
all of our stuff is
Mhm.
naturally just what came from the ground.
Right, right, or it's
Right.
like a texture thing, I don't like the texture, or it's a texture.
Find a texture that works for you.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I think I completely agree with you on those topics. So today, our we always do some type of cooking segment. So today, since we have a dessert lady here, we're going to do some dessert. So I create this fonio recipe, and so as you all know, I'm from Nigeria, and so a lot of my stuff has West African influence. And fonio or acha in our language is
Mhm.
a very hearty, nutrient dense grains, very high in B vitamins, magnesium, and iron. It's drought resistant, so it can grow anywhere, and this naturally grows in West Africa. There are a couple of countries that lead the way right now, mainly Senegal, Ghana, and Nigeria, that lead the way in selling it commercially throughout the world. So now you can find it in your upper end grocery stores like a Sprouts or a Whole Foods if you want to purchase it on your own, or you can purchase it through Amazon as well. I'll have some links below where you can find some fonio. But the great thing about fonio is that it's called hungry rice because one cup of uncooked fonio leads to 4 cups cooked fonio, and it's also called like it never disappoints the chef because it's really hard to burn it, it's hard to overcook it. You can make it into a porridge. You can cook it like couscous and have it fluffy. It's so versatile. I like to put it in smoothies. So, like I told you
Mm.
before the show, I'm very allergic to bananas.
Yeah.
So most smoothies always have bananas in it,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, so I use so many other things to fill and add bulk to it. So you can take fonio and have that be your bulking agent. Not only is it adding fiber, but you're also adding the micronutrients
Mm.
to your smoothies. And now I have another recipe for that. And it's in my Nourished by Naija cookbook. So you can check that out there. But what we're going to do today, we're going to do a fonio porridge and with a cherry ginger compote and some of Bessie's delicious cocoa cookies. So stay tuned. Okay, so welcome to the cooking segment. Today we have a delicious treat that can be a breakfast, a stopgap in between meals if you happen to be a little bit hungry, or we can turn up the notch and make it an indulgent dessert with some of Coco's cookies here that we're going to have today. So we're going to do a fonio parfait with a cherry ginger compote. Fonio is an ancient grain from West Africa that we discussed before, and it can be made sweet or savory. Today, I've already pre-made the fonio. It cooks in like 5 minutes. It doesn't take any effort. So it's just one part uh, fonio, one part liquid of choice. And if you want it to be like a more of a porridge consistency, you just double that uh, liquid portion. So I cooked it in some homemade cashew milk and some Ceylon cinnamon, which is our herbal spotlight of today, which we'll talk about in a second. So that is ready to go. So now I'm going to go ahead and start with the cherry compote. So I have here 10 ounces of frozen organic cherries. And doing compost, I tend to like to do frozen because
Mhm.
it is juicier and it'll get more liquid from it.
Yeah.
So we're just going to cook this down just a quick bit. I'm going to go ahead and add in the ginger.
Mm.
This not only adds brightness, but this is adding the anti-inflammatory components to it. This is how we're making our food medicinal. So we already have all the antioxidants from the cherries. Oh, it already smells great.
Yeah.
I just love ginger.
I love ginger too.
And this is ginger without being too spicy. So if you are spice averse, this little tablespoon of ginger that's been cooked down a little bit. You're not going to burn yourself, okay? But if you like a little heat, you can turn it up if you want, okay? It's not going to hurt anything. And then even though these cherries are naturally sweet, so these are the dark sweet cherries, we're just going to slightly enhance the sweetness naturally with a bit of date syrup. So I have here a tablespoon and a half. You can just do it to what your sweet preference is. This is something easy that you can make a big thing of compote in advance, and you can use for many things. So if you do overnight oats, if you have pancakes instead of putting syrup on it, you can just use the compote. So just give us a stir.
Yeah.
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 You don't have to use maple syrup or anything like that. So that way you're getting your fruit in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And if your fruit is already sweet and ripe, you don't need to add any additional sweetener if you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
So you just let this cook. I let this come to a boil, and I'm just smashing it down. And so while we let that kind of come to a quick boil, we're going to go ahead and start our parfait. So here, just have a little cute little 60-ounce mason jar. And I have our fonio. So we're just going to just scoop it in. And this will do well in the refrigerator for 3 to 5 days. Not that it'll last that long. All right, I see that it's coming to a boil, so I'm going to just do layer upon layer. I can push it down just a little bit more. Nice and juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you made something like this before, Bessie?
I love not parfait, but I love making compote for pancake. I usually do blueberry though.
Blueberry, yeah.
Yeah, I love the blueberry compote.
From doing a lot of meal press with people, I've learned that a lot of people are can't do blueberries, which is sad. Yeah, it's really sad. They're missing out.
Yeah.
Now you can also bump up the nutrition on this and add in a layer of non-dairy yogurt to get the probiotics in. So like a coconut yogurt or a soy yogurt, or whatever or cashew yogurt, whatever you prefer. You can certainly do that.
So fonio, is it like the texture of oatmeal kind of, or?
It's more the texture of couscous.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, more the texture of a couscous. Now, if you're a person that doesn't want to have this much texture, you can take the fonio and you can blend it with some additional liquid like a milk or water and have it like run like a smoothie consistency or like a yogurt consistency. So you can make it whatever consistency you like.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be like the grains just like this. But this kind of gives it more of its true essence.
Okay.
I probably should put more cherry in for the visual feel. I think we're good there. All right. And then now we're going to see Coco's beautifully wrapped cookies, and she's going to pick the flavor that we can add for the topping.
Let me see. Chocolate chip oatmeal. I would say probably the lavender. Be really good on top.
Show them the packaging.
Oh, the little bag. Yes. So let me see. Okay. The sugar lavender.
So sugar lavender.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So she's going to want to probably crumble it on the inside.
Yeah. And fully fold it. I don't want the crumbs falling in.
It's okay.
Hey.
The lavender with the ginger and cherries over everything.
Yeah, there we go. All these little big chunks.
Light texture.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go.
There we go. There we go. Have our parfait. Would you like to do a taste test?
Cute. Yeah, I would love to.
I'll do a.
Let's scoop some out.
Now, have you ever eaten fonio before?
I have. I've eaten fonio before at who's that, Jumoto's?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He does like a Jamaican brunch plate with fonio.
And what were your thoughts when you had it?
It gave. Let me see. It was given.
It was given what?
It was giving like rice, almost no, like grits. I think is what I was getting from it.
I can see that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As a person who staunchly hates grits, you would never see a grit recipe on my channel.
Oh my goodness.
I grew up, my sister loved grits and I loved oatmeal. And so when we either one of us had to eat the other, my mother had to force it down. I said, I just still to this day. And I remember just a quick side note, before I went to culinary school, I was living in Boston. I was going to school, and I had fallen in love with the Food Network, and I started watching Rachel Ray's show.
I love her.
And she made this thing called herby cheesy polenta.
Yes.
I didn't know polenta was just yellow cornmeal and the same thing as white cornmeal as grits. So I run out to the grocery store, find polenta, didn't know it was grits, made it, and I took one bite, and I was like, these are grits. I was disgusted. I was mad.
Deceived. She deceived me.
She didn't say these were yellow grits.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. And I said, let me take my butt to culinary school so I can figure out what's what. Stop being deceived by the people.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh. I love me some Rachel. What other shows did you watch? Cooking shows.
My favorite during that time, this is pre-vegan days, clearly pre-vegan days, but it was Everyday Italian with Giada De Laurentiis.
Okay.
And Ina Garden. I love her theme music. Dun, 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 dun. Barefoot Contessa.
I love Barefoot Contessa.
Yeah, so that was back in those days. That's before I went to culinary school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are my top favorite. Then it turned into like the Top Chef stuff.
Yeah.
And of course. And the Bobby Flay stuff.
Yeah, Bobby Flay. I liked I think Martha Stewart, she had the game on lock.
So I just became a Martha Stewart mega fan after watching her documentary, because a lot of what she's done in her business is exactly what I wanted to do with Naija Goddess. And I just have a lot of respect for her. But growing up, I felt like she was speaking to a different demographic. It didn't resonate with me. My mother certainly didn't follow anything that she recommended. So I didn't, and it was kind of at that time where I was in my space in life. It fell flat. It was kind of boring.
Yeah.
It was, and like I said, even her decor and aesthetic, it was nothing Nigerian flavor. It didn't have enough oomph.
Yeah.
But
very dry.
Kind of on the dry side.
Yeah.
And that is no shade. Right. It's just a different.
I love Martha.
I love Martha.
I love Martha.
Martha, love to have you on the show.
Come on.
Come through. Okay.
Oh yeah. You gonna throw some cookies?
Throw some cookies on there.
Okay,
for sure.
Here you go.
And this is so easily customizable. So you can flavor the fonio any way you like, just like you would a yogurt or anything like that. You can add whatever cookie or topping you like. You can some crunched up Catalina Crunch or something like that if you want. You can put a dash of cinnamon on top, or like a date paste caramel.
Oh yeah,
that'd be a good thing if you want to make this into an actual dessert. But for breakfast, the fonio with the fruit compote, you're getting in your whole grains. You're getting in you're getting in. It's a full meal all in one. You're getting your protein. You're getting your fiber. You get your complex carb. So
I love that.
Yeah, so let's give it a shot.
All right. You get a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And that lavender really comes through.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's good.
That is real good.
Sorry, y'all can't help me. You have to go make your own. Visit www.thenaijagoddess.com. Click on recipes, and you'll see this. Or you can get a copy of my cookbook, Nourished by Naija, and you'll see that in there as well.
This is so good.
So, speaking of where they can get some stuff, where can they get your delicious cookies?
Yeah, so you can place your order at cocoscookies.com. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, all the things.
And what's your handle?
It's _ Coco's Cookies, and that's COCOAS cookies.
Coco's Cookies. You said _ first?
Yes.
Okay, and that's on all platforms?
On Facebook and, Instagram and TikTok. But everywhere else is Coco's Cookies.
Coco's Cookies. Okay. And what are your next, or where's some events that we can always see you at? So I know we're at Vegan Vibes. What are some other places you
Yes.
tend to frequent where people can see you in person and taste your delicious cookies?
Definitely for the summer, vegan vibes.
Mhm.
On Sundays that I'm not at Vegan Vibes, I'm usually at Jewel Moto, Sunfire Cuisine in Concord, North Carolina. He'll actually move into Charlotte in August.
Right.
So I'll be there. And in the end of August, I'll be at Invest Fest
Yes.
as a
Again.
vendor this time. So I'm super excited. Super
That is
excited,
awesome.
yeah.
That is really, really awesome.
Yeah. Mhm.
And do you ship your cookies
I do nationwide.
nationwide? So
Nationwide,
what's the
yeah.
best way for people to contact you to if
Mhm.
they want to order and get
Yeah.
it shipped to them?
Definitely go to my website, cocoscookies.com,
Okay.
place your order, and we'll ship them right to your door.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, I think I can taste the kiss of cinnamon
Mhm.
that I added to the Fonio,
Yeah, I
and
did
that is
taste
our
that.
herbal spotlight for today. Ceylon cinnamon.
Mhm.
So Ceylon cinnamon is what we use over the cassia cinnamon because the cassia cinnamon tends to be loaded down with tons of heavy metals,
Mhm.
and the way it's sourced is not ethically sourced. But if you get Ceylon cinnamon, sometimes it'll be shown as Vietnamese or Saigon cinnamon, or you can it's other country, but make sure it says Ceylon cinnamon. First of all, it has a sweeter, softer smell
Mhm.
to it than the cassia cinnamon is very kind of harsh.
Mhm.
Um, but this is not only is it anti-inflammatory, this is really known as a blood sugar stabilizer. So if you're someone who's pre-diabetic or pre-diabetic, as they say,
Mhm.
insulin resistant or has diabetes, especially if you start your morning off eating something that's sweet rather than something that's savory and full of protein and fat, adding some cinnamon to it will help blunt any kind of blood sugar spikes. So this is why we want to feature this ingredient today so you can incorporate it into your cuisine, your cooking. So, and I believe you use this as well in your ingredients.
I actually use a Vietnamese
It's the
cinnamon.
same derivative.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Great, perfect. Yep.
Yeah. So see, quality,
Mhm.
quality ingredients.
Mhm.
So that is awesome.
Thank you so much for having me. Looking forward to definitely follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Try the cookies, leave reviews, comments, all the things.
Yes, definitely support Miss Bessie Barnes of Coco's Cookies. We're so glad you came and joined our podcast today. Thank you for tuning in to Informed Choice. If you got value out of today's episode, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Share with a friend you think will actually find this helpful. And until next time, heal naturally, live vibrantly.